Hey folks, I'm Michael.
And I'm Debbie. Welcome to another Mad Adventure video. Today we are at the Loch Lomond Group Whiskey Bond.
Yeah, okay, so this is previously Glen Catrine. I used to live here, not in the actual Whiskey Bond, but just across the road at the Vos. It's now called the Lomond Group Whiskey Bond, and they're having an open day to celebrate 50 years anniversary and their 10-year anniversary with the merger or their acquisition with the Lomond Group. So let's go in and have a look and see what's on offer.
Scotia range. You've got the double cask. It spends its life in American oak and then in Pedro Jimenez sherry cask, so it gives it a really nice, rich, sticky, raisin, kind of nutty kind of flavour, lots of vanilla coming through. And then on the Harbour, which was released this year, it was to celebrate the port in Campbelltown, so it's more kind of maritime vibes, more kind of soft peach apricot notes, and really kind of lots of vanilla custard coming through. So you've got the kind of signature kind of standard malt, a really nice kind of entry level, kind of soft, kind of honeyed notes coming through, and then you've got the three releases. So almost on the Inchmoan is the kind of peated release. You've got the Inchmirren, which is a bit less peated, more kind of orchard fruits coming through, and then the 12-year-old, which is seen as perfectly balanced, so a nice combination of the two kind of flavour profiles going on. Thank you, Bill.
With lemonade, sure.
Oh yeah, sure.
There we are. Thanks, Bill.
I see the heat. What else is I think will make the baby she's a name now the babies. What's your game, baby? Are you trying to think? You say, I say this over. Don't go so fast. Don't you think that love can last?
Listen, you've played your food, so just keep playing your food. Right, Donna.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
This is all right.
This is so nice.
Well, here we are, 50th anniversary of the Blondes. I've had a great day. Absolutely amazing, and here's to the next 50 years. Cheers.
Cheers.
So here we are, just walking back down, having a wee yap, and what does it say? Shooting the breeze.
What does that mean?
Shooting the breeze, just talking about day-to-day stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
And we have got less than 3 weeks to be going on holiday, to be going on our tour, and we're going to get loads and loads of footage, and we're going to edit it over the winter, and that's what's going to keep us busy. And out of the crappy weather that we've been having here. So if this is what summer's like, imagine what winter's going to be like, eh? Not very good. Anywho, we're just going to head back down the road for Catrine, and that'll be it. So there we go, folks, it's the end of the day. That was about a 4-hour session there, which was really good. As you can see, there have been a few additions to the makeup front. Obviously I stayed as plain as I should be.
Okay, so what I can say is, after a tipple or two, it was nice indeed. Sampled a range of their booze selection, which was champagne, whiskey and various gins. They were all lovely.
Do you hear the slurring? You know? Here's me, the driver. When we came in, we got an adult entry card, and then I was given a kids one. For obvious reasons, but no, because I was the driver, so I had the soft drinks. But just summing it up, it was a really, really good day, really good band there. So Glen Catrine was taken over 10 years ago, so it was 50 years anniversary for Glen Catrine, should we say, as it was then. And then it was 10 years anniversary of the Lomond group taking over Glen Catrine. So yeah, it was good, it was great, and as you can see, there's some nice wee barrels behind us here. Quite a nice wee venue, you know, I've never been in it, considering that I lived across the road from it for several years. But there we go, hope you enjoy. Cheers.
Yeah.
A bit of history about the site. So this site has actually been here since about the 1700s, and you'll see further down in the next banner there, the site through the generations. So founded in the 1700s, and it was originally used as a bleach works. Then in 1787, Catrine Mill was established in the village, and that was actually a sister mill to the new Lanark Mill. It was established in 1787 by David Dale, and the textiles that he made in the mill were then brought down to here to be bleached. In 1824, it then became more of a commercial bleach works. It was taken on by James Finlay and Company, and it ran and ran for over 100 years. In the 1960s, unfortunately, the original mill that was in the square was burned down. Now, we don't know the root cause or the real reason as to why it was burned down. Some people say it was an insurance job, but we're not entirely sure. They then built another mill in the grassy area next to the original mill, but unfortunately that only ran for maybe about another 8 to 10 years and then just wasn't commercially viable anymore. So after 1972, the buildings that we're in just now lay partially derelict. In 1974, the Bullock family took over this site, and they initially used it to store sherry. They then won a bottling contract with White & Mackay, and that's literally why we're here today. So the year that they bought it in, they put in their first production line, and it has grown and grown from strength and strength from there. So that's really why we're here celebrating the 50th anniversary of bottling on this site today. But 10 years ago, it was Loch Lomond Group who took over this site. So we're actually here for a double anniversary. While it's the 50th for bottling, it's the 10th that Loch Lomond Group have actually been here as well. So that's a bit about the history of the site. This banner here will show you what the offices actually looked like when we took over the site 10 years ago. So this is literally where we're standing now. There was one corridor and all the important people had offices off of that. So this area can seat about 62 people now. when it's very busy. There were 9 people working here when we took over the site 10 years ago. There were 6 people in customer services, and we've now got about 32 staff doing the customer services part for us. So we've gone from strength to strength. So these are some photographs from the archives that we've managed to get. This is what the site looked like in the 1900s, then around in the 1950s, and that's about the 1980s. Celebrating 50 years. We're one of the largest employers in East Ayrshire. We bottle around 50 million bottles a year. Our employees, we're very proud of our employees. We've got over 210 people working here, and the average length of service is 9 years. So that's pretty good. And we've got a rich community spirit, as you can actually see from the event that's taken part today. In our customer services department, over 4,000 orders are processed every year. We service over 400 customers around the world, and we have about 500,000 finished goods products in our stock warehouses at any time, and we ship to over 120 customers all across the world. So pretty big.
Okay guys, so we're coming into the luxury packaging area. So we've kind of split between core brands and luxury brands now. So in this room we kind of do the more high-end product. So just to give you a wee example of what we do, we bring up a container full of spirit. Tends to be pretty expensive spirit that would sit in a container. We connect up the pumps. We would then get a decanter, and we make sure we blow the decanter so that there's nothing inside to make sure there's no contamination. And then we've got our filler here. We would then place the decanter on the platform. We bring down the fillers and they fill to a set measured amount. So if it was 70 cl, 75 cl. We then, after we've done the fill, we would bring it over to this station here, and this is where we would hand cork our product. So we have our corks, and then we just make sure that the product's sealed. So if that's it, not getting contaminated. The bottles then come over into this station, the turntable, and they go through what's called the laser coder. And we have a laser code that goes on every single bottle, and that's so we get traceability of the product if we ever needed to look back at anything. So after that, we do some quality checks at our Harford station at the back, where we put the product on the scales and we weigh the product to make sure it's the right amount of liquid in it, and we do various other quality checks. And then the tables in the middle, we do hand application of labels. So this is just an example of a little jig that the guys would put the bottles in, and we would measure up where we're hand applying the label, and we would put them onto the label, so as opposed to going down a production line. And finally, at the back of the room here in the cabinet, this just gives you a good example of some of the kind of high-end product that we're working on. So in the tables behind you, we would not only apply the labels, but we would also package up. So we've got our Glen Scotia 48, so that's coming in at a pretty price. And then also Loch Lomond 50-year-old has just been released this year, so that's an exclusive bottling of just 100 bottles. And we've just got some other product here, Glen Scotia 32, that's for global travel. And then a Loch Lomond 47-year-old remarkable stills, and a Littlemill 29. So the products we kind of concentrate on are Loch Lomond, Glen Scotia and Littlemill.
How are we all? As Lisa said, my name's Lachlan. Unfortunately today we will not get access to spirit supply. As you can see from all the signage, it is an explosive atmosphere, and I would say 99% of people nowadays carry mobile phones. It's a no-go area for us today, unfortunately. But to give you a flavour of what we're doing in there, give or take 1.6 million litres of spirit we can hold, 25 to 30 vats in operation at any given time, ranging from 1,000 litres up to 250,000 litres per vat. So yeah, pretty much the guys getting spirit ready, as the name suggests, spirit supply, preparing spirit for bottling, bottle hall next door. It's all done in here, piped through the wall, and it's connected up. So the guys do a fantastic job in here, keeping ahead of the game. It's full on. I've been in there myself. I know what it's like. It's very, very reactive depending on how the bottling halls are performing. They need to ramp up, they need to ramp down, but as I said, the guys do a fantastic job. Bringing in tankers on an hourly basis sometimes, volume fluctuates up and down, as you can imagine. Currently sitting about 30% capacity of that 1.6 million litres. But again, come Monday morning, there'll be tankers galore coming in here and we'll just flex up again as we bottle. Just beyond the letter D, the first tank behind that wall is an 80,000 litre tank. To put things into perspective, that 80,000 litres, if it's running down line 3 where you're just about to go, would last about 8 hours and it'll be gone, and that's one production line. All right, so unfortunately not going to get access, but just to try and give you a flavour of what they're doing. So we're standing in Bolton Hall 1, okay? 3 main production lines are housed in here. Line 1, away over the far side where you can see the lights on. Line 2, sitting right here, and line 3 on the left-hand side of the blue line. Line 1's running at 18,000 bottles an hour. Line 2's running at 10.5. Line 3, give or take 14. So we're producing upwards of 45,000 bottles an hour in this one facility, max. We've got another bottling hall through the back, housing line 4, line 5 and line 7. I've no idea what happened to line 6. It's just disappeared off the face of the earth, but line 6 must be sitting somewhere else. We've also got a single cask area, which is a new facility, which is one of Alan's areas, and a customisation area through the back as well. As you can imagine, we do a lot of customisation for different customers throughout the world. Neck flags, putting different corks on, different labels on, a varied amount of tasks goes on through there. But it's pretty new as well, only 18 months old. So the investment in the company in that respect has been very, very good. Grace will take you up through the lines. I will follow on from behind, I think, because I'm done. I can sit down, try and get a burger somewhere.
You're ready? This is where all the bottles come in from the D-pals to each lines. This one's an overhead one. Right down. Come to the small tanks where we put excess whiskey or vodka in. It gets pumped back into the tank where it'll follow the pipe right through and take it back into the blend where it'll be recycled. You're now on the blowers and the fillers. Can fill between this one, I think it's 40 and 42 bottles each filler takes. This is a steel capper. The capper here is an ROPP. That's a smaller cap. These are where we do our torques, our checks, our weights to make sure it's all legal measurements. So we now go to the multi-capper. This does like steel cap, NRFs, cork, all different sizes of cork for the malts. So this one does different caps, line 3. This one does 3 caps plus numerous sizes of cork. Then get a camera here. When the bottles come through, if you've got a short measure, a high measure, or one without a cap, a cork, it'll get kicked off and rejected, and the bottles will continue going down into the line to the labellers. This labeller does 2 labels, but the labeller at line 2 does 3 different labels. Then at the capsulator for the malts, you've got tin capsules, PVC capsules. The PVC capsules get used with a heated tunnel. The tin capsules is just one that I'll come down and put it onto the bottle. It's another camera at each line that'll get a defect of a label. So it could be a ripped label, a label out of position. It'll then get rejected off, and the bottles will still continue going round, although they're rejected in here. These will be lifted off. Bottles will then go right round the line. This one is a two-way line, so you can do it automated or hand packing. All malts are hand packing and or tin lids, but this side, because it'll turn it back into an automated packer. So our automated packers are both here. The cases come from under there, so if you see the cases just under the wee window there, that'll put the cases through. Whether it be a 6-pack, a 12-pack, they'll do the measurements and the changeover to suit the size of case. At the moment, this is not set up for automated packer because we're on the hand packing. A conveyor at each line after the cases, which will take the full cases and they will palletise them at our automated palletisers. They go into standard pallets, blue pallets or Euro pallets, depending on customer. You can get up to 130 cases on one pallet at a time. All malts do between 76 and 88. This conveyor is where line 1 that you've seen on the video. This is where they come right over and this is their packs here. Line 3, the automated packer goes up through a small tunnel. And at the other side of this wall, it will then take it up to get palletised. Yep. Then you come to the end and where they're wrapped, taken to the ticket desk out here. The lady will put the ticket on and it's ready for distribution to the customer. Thank you all.